so still.
Hi, this is Iona from Shining Mama, and I want to welcome you to day 2 of our timeout in the 30 days challenge, April Shine Challenge. And today I would like to tell you about some things that I do to nourish my body, because our body is very important. Our body is the home in which our soul travels on this earth. And of course you could see it like a car but it's a car that reacts to everything that you are thinking and to how your soul is embodied and to how good care you take of your body. And I see it like that. Maybe you heard me in another video. I feel that when we come on this earth, we are a soul and we are making like a kind of contract or something with our body, and our body has also had lives and our soul maybe also had lives, and this all mixes together into one person that we are. But I feel quite often that my body needs me to take care of it in a certain special way, and it needs me to love it. And it's quite challenging for many of us women to do that, because we have a certain image like we are supposed to be. Most of us, I mean not everybody of course, but I would like to invite you to at least consider to let this image of how you're supposed to be a little bit go. Because your body is going to evolve like you tell it to, but not in the way that you think today, tomorrow I'm going to let 10 kilos go away. But in the way that if you visualize it with your conscious mind and you encourage it and you love it, it could change. To me, it was very disappointing in the beginning of after I gave birth, because I heard all these stories about when you give birth and you give breast, and all these kilos will fly away like sun like the sun is melting the snow in the springtime and all these kind of things. Well, it didn't happen. The only kilos that I lost after the birth, to me it happened this. I mean, not everybody, but to me, the only kilos that I lost were the kilos that my child had, and the rest of the kilos that I gained through the pregnancy, they stayed along. After 2 years of having a much heavier body than I was used to, I was very depressed about it. Let's say it bluntly. And the only thing that helped me was the green juices and smoothies, but that's the subject of another video. But also, what I felt changed in these 2 years. Now my son is almost 4, but I have already 2 years this experience of intensely loving my body, and with all these extra kilos that it has, because I still have like 10 kilos to go to my weight before I gave birth, and I'm not actively doing something about it, but I find sometimes that that I'm lighter and lighter. And I also think that this has to do something about how I treat my body and how I love it. And I love it. I love my body. And the fact that I can say it like that, it cost me a lot of time to understand how to love my body. But yes, back to the practical way. What I do with my body to take care of it, and because today is the second time out of our 30-day challenge, I would like to share with you to share not with you. I would like to share what I do to take care of my body. One of the things that I do is I use only natural materials. The only thing that I use at the moment, which is not completely natural but very organic and handmade and all these things, is my shampoo, because I'm addicted. Sorry, I have to confess, I'm addicted to a shampoo with cocos from Lush. Lush is an English firm that makes handmade organic stuff, and it smells amazing, and it holds very many months, and it's just great. So this is the only thing that it's not something that I would eat, that I use on my body. For the rest, I don't use any deodorant. Scary. And I used to wash my face and my body with only natural stuff. And of course, I mean, I'm not talking about the intimate parts. That's, I still use some soap, which is organic and all that. But for the rest, I wash my face with oil, and I made a special video for that, so you are going to see it below. What I use, it's different from day to day, from what I feel like I would like to. I mostly use cocos oil, but the way I use it, you will see it in the video below a little bit more detailed, but the way I use it, there are two ways. You can put a little bit of oil on a warm cloth. First you make the cloth warm and wet. You wash your face a little bit, not scrubby, or just wash it gently. Then I put oil on my face. I mean, this is one of the methods. I put oil on my face, all over my face and my neck and everything. Then I make the cloth again warm and with warm water, and I wash my face again. And the more you scrub, the more your dead skin goes away. I don't always like to scrub. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes if I feel extra luxurious, I put some lavender oil on it. Sometimes I just do it like that with water. Please know that your cloth is going to be, first of all, if it's possible to have an organic one, then it's nice. Second of all, know that it will smell, because the oil is not only oil, which would also smell on a cloth after 1 or 2 days, but it's also your dead skin that goes into the cloth. So wash that as often as possible, and have many to be able to use them. I also used, in the beginning, I was in love with the hennep oil, but that was coloring all my clothes that in the end they were looking very unattractive, and I let that go, although I still love the henna oil. And they say that on a cellular level the cocos oil and olive oil are the most close to our to the structure of our skin and our hair. I will talk about the hair in another video because this is going for too long. Something that I use in very cold days, and because my skin is quite is getting quite dry in the winter, I use cacao butter, which I really love. It's very thick and very fat and very strong cross structure. So I use a very little bit, and I put it between my hands, and I put it all over my palms, and then I put it on my face if it's really dry, and especially around here. So if you have dry skin from winter, please try this. Some other people I heard, I mean, why use oil to clean your face and to put it on your face? Because oil takes away oil. So if you have an oily face, it's even more important that you try this oil washing your face. Some other people I heard that they are using honey, and I also did that, but my skin doesn't react very good to that because my skin is quite dry. So, but in the summer I definitely use honey when I have it, and Manuka honey is even better, and use it the same way. And another way is to put some little drops of oil. So you first wash your face, you put a little bit drops of oil onto your clothes and wash your face with it, and then wash the clothes and dry or make your face again wet. So this is kind of how you, if you have questions about it, because I'm not so sure. I mean, my mind is just following apart today, so I'm not so sure that I explained it right. But if you have some questions, I'm happy to answer them below into the blog. I'll see you tomorrow.